so I'm back with the moon sign placements, and I'm on Cancer moon. Will you believe that? Cancer moon and Virgo moon compatibility. Now, I will say this. This is pretty good compatibility. Cancer moon and Virgo moon. You have sextile energies here. Sextile energies always works good with each other, intimately and just um purposefully, intentionally, you know, because you take the Cancer moon, like that's family oriented, that's more security seeking, really does like to have its space. Like, yes, Cancer moon likes to know, hey, I have my partner, or like I have somebody that's there for me and that means something to me, that provides some sort of commitment in my life. But at the same time, people don't understand that Cancer moons could also want their space, could also want their time away, like could go through and experience certain emotional states that require them to work through that. And while they would like to have a partner or someone there to help them, sometimes they, or just to know that they're there and to understand their feelings and stuff, sometimes they kind of just want to be left alone. um That's what people don't understand. Like, sometimes Cancer moon don't want you necessarily helping them work through their emotions, especially masculine, like men. Um, so, and with that being said, Virgo moon with Cancer moon is able to um allow Cancer moon that time. Virgo moon comes with patience, and is not so into their emotions. Virgo moon is more practical. And the thing about this, the good thing about its interaction with Cancer moon is able to give Cancer moon practical ways. So first, Virgo moon brings in that patience, and distance. Like, okay, so like, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna let Cancer moon do its thing. And Virgo moon brings that in, but at the same time, it brings in the practicality, and it can help talk Cancer moon through certain stuff, or even be a listening ear for Cancer moon. And it's just the right vibe. It's not too much, and it's these two can be very good together. The problem that comes in, I feel like, with these two, is if Virgo is being overcritical about stuff. Like, if Cancer moon sometimes can get a little bit messy, and get in this like little slump or rut. Virgo might start criticizing Cancer moon and pointing things out, like, oh, well, you need to clean this up, or you need to clean that up, you know and it could Cancer moon could get very irritated with this, and like, why are you telling me to clean up? Like, chill. Why are you being overcritical? Like, it doesn't like when Virgo moon is using this energy to criticize it. Vir- Cancer moon doesn't like when Virgo moon is using this energy to criticize them. Like, okay, if you gonna help them tag team somebody that they don't like too, okay, that's a whole nother story. If Virgo is using its critical nature to do that, or if Virgo is doing it in a more aware, like a sensitive way, like, well, Cancer, like, why don't you do that? Or I'll help you, versus Cancer feeling like you're attacking them with what it is that you're saying and what they need to be doing. I feel like Virgo moon at times feels like Cancer moon is over exaggerating and being dramaful and being too emotional. Like, they could be like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm just talking, and I'm just being like, I'm telling you like the way I see things. I'm telling you how it really is. I'm telling you what really needs to get done. And you are spending too much time in your emotions. Like, you spending too much time in your feelings. And I don't need that. Like, I need for you to understand, like, to get on, like, to let that go. It's happened. We can't do anything about it. It happened. Let's do this about it, and let's let it go. And that is something Virgo feels like it's too much. Like, Cancer is doing too much and being dramaful. Um, Cancer moon could feel like, like Virgo moon is dismissing its feelings, or um, is choosing not to understand, like to purposely not understand what it is, where it is it's coming from. Like sometimes when Cancer moon is talking or venting, it's not looking to have the problem solved. Okay, that's what people need to understand. I just in water signs in general, and that's a concept that I struggle with understanding, but it's true. A lot of times, Cancer moon, and just water signs in general, but we're talking about Cancer moon, is not necessarily looking to have their like an answer solved. They're just like, okay, I'm feeling this way. This is what happened, and I wanna feel this way. Like I feel like I have a right to, you know. So, just keep that in mind. But when all is said and done, these two, they're different enough to provide another experience, like another understanding, another perspective, in to meet each other where in a space where the other one may be lacking. They're different enough to do that, but then at the same time, they're not too different. They have similar aspects, like they both seek security, and they both seek, longevity, long lasting friendships, and things of that nature, in some sort of routine. And this is where they're good at. And intimately, they could be very good as well, because it's like, um, you know, Virgo is going to absorb that intimacy from Cancer, and just, especially when it's not being critical. And Cancer is gonna feel like, man, like I could just pour into Virgo, and Virgo is gonna actually help me, and they can, and then there's some sort of stable force, and they compliment me in ways that I don't feel like that security exists, with someone else. Now I will say this: Cancer moons do good with Earth sign moons. Okay, Virgo and Taurus, I said this, maybe to a lesser degree when you're dealing with Capricorn, because Capricorn is Cancer's opposite, but it's still there. Like they still ultimately are seeking a lot of the same stuff. I just feel like with Cancer moon and Virgo moon, if Virgo relaxes a little bit, it just flows more. Like, romantically, that might be a whole nother story. Like romantically, it could be present some sort of challenges if Virgo is like too heady, like all up in their head. And because Virgo could be so adverse to certain romantic aspects, it just depends on what the sun sign, like other aspects, other placements are. But if they could like just be at the house, just chilling, they could do really good together, and they could be like a little team. And they got the you know the side of security, the side of relying on each other, and they can have like that other side, the romantic side, or the comfort of being in a relationship. And I don't it's not something to where they're necessarily stuck. Okay, yes, I feel like when it comes to water signs and earth signs, yeah, that's a possibility. It's always a possibility. But I feel like they design their lives for it to be that way, because it's like something that they feel like is sure. They're for sure of. Now, yes, mentioning the aspect of like them possibly being stuck emotionally, stuck with letting go of the relationship when it needs to be let go of, that could be a significant problem. That could be an issue, because you're like staying somewhere that you don't need to be staying. All right. But other than that, this has been Cancer and Virgo moon compatibility. All right. Peace.